Ghana. The name itself conjured images of vibrant markets, sun-drenched beaches, and a history etched in both triumph and struggle. Landing in Accra, I was met with a whirlwind of colors, scents, and sounds. The air was thick with humidity and the thrumming pulse of city life. It was exhilarating, a world away from my own. Yet, beneath the surface of this bustling energy, I soon noticed a stark contrast. Opulence and poverty existed side by side, a visible reminder of the economic disparities that painted the landscape of this beautiful nation. Mansions rose behind high walls, their manicured lawns a stark contrast to the dusty streets just beyond. It was a dichotomy that was impossible to ignore. My journey took me beyond the city, into villages where life unfolded at a different pace. Here, the warmth of the Ghanaian people shone even brighter. Their smiles were genuine, their hospitality boundless. It was here, in the heart of Ghana, that I began to truly understand the resilience and spirit of its people. My interactions with the locals were both humbling and eye-opening. There was a quiet dignity in the way they carried themselves, a strength that belied the hardships many faced. I was particularly struck by the women, their backs straight, their eyes filled with an unwavering determination. They were the backbone of their communities, juggling the demands of family and work with unwavering grace. The presence of servants, however, was a constant reminder of the economic disparities that persisted. These individuals, often young and from impoverished backgrounds, worked tirelessly in the shadows. They cooked, cleaned, and catered to every need, their lives intricately woven into the fabric of the households they served. One evening, as I sat on the veranda, sipping tea as the sun dipped below the horizon, I found myself in conversation with one of the housekeepers. Her name was Abina, and her story, shared with a mix of shyness and quiet strength, left an indelible mark on my soul. She spoke of her dreams for a better future, for an education that would allow her to break free from the cycle of poverty. In those moments of shared humanity, I found myself wanting to connect, to bridge the gap between our worlds. One afternoon, I brought out a small drone I had brought with me. It was a simple thing, a piece of technology that seemed worlds away from the realities of rural Ghana. To my surprise, the drone was met with a mixture of curiosity and amusement. Children gathered, their eyes wide with wonder as it hovered above the ground. Even the adults couldn't help but smile as I clumsily maneuvered it through the air. I spent the next hour teaching anyone who was interested how to operate the drone. We laughed together as it dipped and soared, the language barrier melting away in the face of shared joy. For a brief moment, the drone became a symbol of connection, a shared experience that transcended our differences. Section 4. A bracelet of gratitude, a gesture that spoke volumes. On my last day in the village, something happened that I will never forget. I was preparing to leave, my heart heavy with the thought of saying goodbye to the people who had welcomed me into their homes and lives. As I stood on the dusty road waiting for my ride, a young boy approached me. He was small for his age, with bright, inquisitive eyes. In his hand, he held a small, intricately woven bracelet. "For you," he said shyly, pressing it into my palm. It was a simple gesture, yet it held so much meaning. This bracelet, crafted with care and given with such genuine warmth, was more than just a gift. It was a symbol of the kindness and generosity I had experienced throughout my time in Ghana. Section 5. Beyond the Surface. Reflections on Inequality. As I journeyed back, the bracelet a constant reminder on my wrist, I couldn't shake the feeling of unease that lingered within me. The warmth of the Ghanaian people, their resilience and spirit, stood in stark contrast to the systemic inequalities that continued to shape their lives. The servants, those invisible hands that toiled tirelessly, deserved more than just my empathy. They deserved opportunities, a chance to break free from the cycle of poverty that held them captive. Their stories, their dreams, stayed with me long after I returned home. The disparity between the wealthy and the poor was a tangible reminder of the work that still needed to be done. It was a call to action, a reminder that true progress required more than just acknowledging inequality. It demanded a commitment to dismantling the systems that perpetuated it. Section 6. Finding dignity in shared humanity. My trip to Ghana was a journey of discovery, not just of a new place, but of myself. It was a humbling experience that forced me to confront my own privileges, my own biases. It taught me the true meaning of dignity, not as something bestowed, but as something inherent in every human being. In the smiles of the children, in the resilience of the women, in the quiet dignity of the servants, I saw a reflection of our shared humanity. It was a reminder that despite our differences in language, culture, or economic standing, we are all connected. And in that connection, in that shared humanity, lies the key to creating a more just and equitable world. A world where every individual is afforded the respect and dignity they deserve. A world where the Abenas of Ghana have the opportunity to realize their dreams, not just for themselves, but for generations to come.